I have YouTube here. I have Instagram here. Let's get this show started. We're about to have a free business class one-on-one. And I'm going to give you guys a free map to lay out to have consistent sales. So, hello! Hey guys, so we're in the office and I've cleared my board behind me. I've cleared it. It's kind of sad, but I still have this one. So this is my other bad boy. Now, the sad part is that Instagram does not allow me to flip the camera. Facebook allows me to have a correct camera flip, and YouTube, for some reason, you know, back in the day, you could easily flip your camera, but it doesn't allow me to. So this is going to kind of suck for Instagram and for YouTube. But guess what? If you follow along, you can kind of see where my arrows go. You can kind of flip it in your head. It'll be just fine. So let's talk about the purpose of today. We're going to make an agenda. This is going to be actually a real class, just like you have invested in a free master class. I'm going to give you this knowledge for absolutely free. Why? Well, because I'm an expert and I'm someone who loves to demonstrate my knowledge first so that you can see that I actually know what I'm talking about. I'm actually an expert. But also, too, because I have a new book coming out. It's called The S Word, and it is out, and it is going to be shipping out on the 27th. This is my proof copy, so it has a little line here. This is not for sale because I can't sell this copy. But guess what? It is officially for sale, and so if you are watching, there is a link out there. It's bit.ly/I need sales. It is also a part of my, let me check, it should be on my Instagram bio. I just, you always got to check because I like to update things. It is. So if you're on my Instagram, there is a link in my bio. And if you click the button that says I need sales, then you're going to learn about this book. This is my newest workbook, business workbook that follows, hold on y'all, Boss Builder. Okay, so I wrote Boss Builder. This has sold hundreds of copies, and actually a lot of copies were sold this weekend for Black Friday because it's a part of my $60 book bundle where you get all the books I've ever published. But this is the new baby. This is the new one. It's not as thick as Boss Builder. That's why it's cheaper. But this is focused on sales. And what we're going to do tonight is this video will be up. If you're on Instagram, you can watch this on my YouTube channel. This video that I'm about to do right now will be up on my YouTube channel forevermore. So that if you ever need to do a quick fired up coaching for yourself, we're going to do this video on tonight to teach you on how to have consistent sales. But of course, this is going to be the kind of master class to this book. This is a workbook. And so when I design my books, I make them so that it's not like you just read, because I'm not into just reading. I'm into give me action now. Like I want to be able to make sales today, tomorrow, you know? So this actual workbook was made for you to start implementing right away. I'm not into fluff. I really do. I don't like fluff. I don't like the hour master classes where they give you 15 minutes of their story, 15 minutes of fluff, 5 minutes of like something you can actually use, and then they use the last couple minutes to sell you something. I want to give you real knowledge. So tonight we're going to be doing a master class on tonight to teach you on how to make sales. Now I'm sure you're tired of me talking, right? I think we need to get to the board. Let's get to the board. So if you want to get this book, there's a link out there, bit.ly/I need sales. You need to get this, okay? Let's get into money. Who wants to make money? I want to make money. Listen, I love to make money. Now, this Black Friday weekend, we know for entrepreneurs, you should know what's happening this weekend. Black Friday was what? Friday. Today was what? Small Business Saturday. Sunday is kind of like you can have those if you want to, but then Monday is what? Cyber Monday. If you're watching this and it's past November weekend, well, guess what? This information still applies because guess what? We make money all throughout the year. I don't just make money on weekends or on holidays. I make money throughout the whole year. Now, I'm going to first share with you my backstory, and I'm actually going to coach you into my backstory of what I did wrong, because I feel like in order for me to bring you into more money, we got to first figure out what can prevent you from making money. Now, if you hear foot noises, y'all, my nephew is upstairs having a good time. So if you hear some foot noises, that's his pretty little precious soul. So we're going to use my board, okay? Now, this is the board I actually bought for you guys. You know, guys, this board was actually bought for you guys. I bought this last year, and I bought it before I taught I started to do a lot of teachings off of this board. I bought this one and I bought this one, okay? Now, when I first got started in my business, I really didn't know anything. And remember, today's Small Business Saturday. So if you're on my email list, then you probably got the email where I share with you how I got started in my business. Now, let me tell you how I got started. When I got started in my business, actually my own business, not the family business, because there is a family business, but my own business, it was in graphic design. I knew graphics. I knew, how to design. And so I figured I could start a side hustle. Okay. Now here's the thing, right? Here's the thing about money. Okay. This thing that we have to know is that money is going to come from different places. We know that our goal is to make money. Our goal is to amass wealth, not riches, but to amass wealth. What is wealth? Wealth is a tool. Okay. This is where we're going to first start. Wealth is a tool. Okay. It's a tool. It's a tool. Now, if you're reading this off of YouTube and Instagram, it's going to say loot backwards. But guess what? Your job is to get the loot, okay? And I'm going to make sure on YouTube that I'm going to try to flip the video if I can, but please follow along. Anyway, money is a tool, okay? And the goal of our tools, the goal of our money is to amass money to do something called, we want to get assets, okay? We want to establish legacy, and this is especially within entrepreneurship. I'm talking about this from an entrepreneurship model, okay? So our goal is to amass assets so that we actually have something to our name. We want to create legacy, which means that we want to create businesses that we can pass down, okay? Or create businesses that we sell and that money gets put into investments that we can then pass down. Our job is to also, though, create freedom. Now, I am not somebody that's really big into the whole idea that entrepreneurship is freedom. That's actually a bunch of bull. It's not. What entrepreneurship does is that it can help you to create the life that you desire on your own terms. But I don't necessarily call that freedom because, in my opinion, freedom is not based in an occupation or a job position or whether you work for somebody or somebody else. Actually, freedom is about you being free in your own life, in your own mind. That's what I actually view as freedom because, to be honest, freedom is actually based on you doing what you were called to do in life. Maybe you were called to work as a VP for another company. Maybe you were called to become an engineer or a nurse or a doctor under a certain hospital, right? It's one of those things where freedom is not necessarily doing what you want to do. It's freedom is all about you being free in yourself to express yourself in the way that you were meant to be, okay? So freedom does not equal entrepreneurship. That is actually probably probably the biggest lie out here in this world. Okay, so guys, it's not backwards for you, so it just looks backwards. Oh wow, okay, that's good to know. So Instagram is the only one suffering. Sorry, Instagram. So we gotta first establish why we want to make the money. Why? Because in sales, this is big, and in my sales boot camp, we have our last class tomorrow. I'm so sad. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m. It's our last class of my VIP sales group. I'm so sad, but they've done such a great job. So proud of them. But you gotta know why you want to sell. The reason why, guys, let's just be honest, okay? Let me tell you something. You don't amass assets, legacy, and freedom. Lord, let me do it this way. You don't amass because you may say, well, Genesis, I want to get to the sales part. I want to make a whole bunch of money. But see, money doesn't come by accident. Okay, it comes by intention. Okay? A lot of you may say, Genesis, I want to make a whole bunch of money this weekend. Tell me how to make a whole bunch of money this weekend. Tell me how to make a whole bunch of money. I want to have a whole bunch of clients this weekend. One of the things I want to teach you in tonight's masterclass is about strategy, okay, to be somebody who looks at business and looks at entrepreneurship from an intentional standpoint, intention, not by accident. See, for some people, they don't have a strategy for making money this weekend. And so they're going to try to make money by accident. You may think, well, I'm going to pull up a quick strategy plan, shoot it out into the sky, and it's going to work. But it won't work because that strategy, even if you try to strategize this whole weekend, see, if you never prepared for it, you'll still be shooting by accident. Because you can plan. This is really big. I want you to hear me. It doesn't matter how quickly you can strategize. If you never prepared, you're still preparing by accident. Does that make sense? Well, we want to learn how to make money by intention. Intentionality is actually what brings in wealth. It's about being strategic like a board. Okay, imagine this is a board, okay? And let's say this is you, Okay. And this is life. Okay. See, this is the thing. When it comes to making money as an entrepreneur, okay, life is playing you every day. And this, you may say, Genesis, okay, I'm hearing you. You're coaching, you're preaching to me. I want to get to the money. But see, this is the problem. Everybody wants to make money, but they don't want to plan by intention. So see, I'm here to first get your mindset right. Then we're going to get to the money. But see, everything that I teach you won't work if you don't want to sit and understand intentional strategic business building. We don't build brands by accident. We build brands and businesses by being strategic, looking at the market, understanding what's happening next, understanding our customer. We don't make money by accident. We make it by intention. So you have to understand that. See, in the game of life, especially as an entrepreneur, I know if you are in Instagram, it may like the light is hitting the board, so it may be kind of hard to read. But this is you. I'm going to just make a big circle. This is you, okay, right here. And this is life, okay? And this is the chessboard. And the problem with so many people is that we want life to give us money. We want there to be an exchange of money, but we don't want to strategize and move our pieces strategically. We just want to say, life, give me money. Customers give me money. Customers pay for my products. Customers come through my website. Customers come through my funnel. Customers book a call. But don't you wish it could happen that way? But see, it doesn't. Because why? Being an entrepreneur takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And see, when I started my business, what happened was I was ignorant because I followed a lot of people online, gurus. You know, I think we all know gurus. And, you know, these are the gurus who tell us that if you just follow my plan, you know, you'll make 60K in 30 days. And, you know, that's what I thought I could do. I thought if I just followed their plans, I would become a millionaire overnight. And then I became disappointed because it didn't happen. And I said, well, maybe I'm not called to do this. Maybe my graphic business is just not as hot as I thought it could be. Maybe this just isn't the arena for me. I must be in the wrong business. And then what happened was something that was pretty interesting. I began to develop the F word. We're going to talk about the S word. We're going to first talk about the F word. What the F word is? Focus. The number one reason why people do not make money is not because they're not gifted. It's not because they're not called. It's because they're not focused. And if you want to become, okay, somebody who is not focused on being the most known, you're not focused on being the most seen, you're not focused on being the most popular person on Instagram, or, you know, everyone knows you. You got the, you know, maybe, you know, you're not really focused on having, you know, the boasting of all the things you have. You just want to do something, and that is, I want to build what? Wealth. I want to build what? Legacy, right? We want to do what? Purchase assets, acquire more assets. I want to diversify my investments. I want to have freedom of time. I want to have more time with my family. I want to be able to travel the world and not worry about my business. I want to be able to do the things that I truly, truly love. Okay. Well, in order to have that, I've got to focus. Can I tell you what your most expensive expense will be as you go into 2019? It won't be the things that you buy for your business. I promise you won't be those things. See, this is what I learned. I thought if I used the guru strategy to make a whole bunch of money and to hit a whole bunch of sales, then this was going to be it. You know, a lot of times, you know, I'm doing this video. And you know, the problem is that so many people are going to jump on this video and they want a quick fix plan for their lack of preparedness. They want to watch a video like this and they're going to be mad because right now I'm talking about assets, wealth, strategy, focus, and they don't want to hear that right now. You know what they want to hear? Just give me a 5-step plan that I can do to make me a whole bunch of money. That's the problem, because see, you're not wanting to focus. You just want me just to give me a plan so I can make a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Let me tell you something. According to small business statistics, right, most businesses are not going to see the goal even of profits in the first 3 years. Now, I did make a profit in my first year, but I do want to ask you a question. Are you ready to sacrifice for 3 years before you see complete financial overflow? Are you someone who's willing to sacrifice not being able to cut yourself a check for the first year of your business? You know, a lot of people, they're starting businesses because you want to cut yourself a check. How can you build wealth in a business and not give it room to grow? Why? Well, because you have to remember that a business, okay, This is a horrible drawing, guys, by the way. That's supposed to be a baby. Okay. It looks like a lump piece of something with the head on top. But anyway, we're going to give it a couple hairs and a face. Okay. This is your business. Well, hopefully it's a little bit more attractive than this is. But anyway, this is your business. Your business is a baby. Your business is a baby. And this baby needs to eat. Okay, your baby needs to eat. And I want to ask you some questions. I'm telling you, this class tonight is going to really get you ready for your business. I'm telling you, as we go in 2019, you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready. Okay. But your business is a baby. I see my girl Kay on YouTube, y'all. She just gave us the baby emoji. I think that looks better than mine. This baby needs to eat. When I come to the table to my business, I work in this office on an everyday basis. I go to the office at the school in the morning. I'm there from usually morning to about 5 or 6. Sometimes I leave early, but if I leave early, it's because I'm handling business. And I come back home to this office and I'm working day in and day out. Okay. This same table that you're watching, this is the same table that I built my business back in 2014. Same table, the same table. And the same table is the same table where I have suffered. I have almost lost it all. I've really lost my all in processes. We're close to losing my business. I was close to quitting at this same table. This is the same table in which I was ready to walk away. This is the same table in which business was getting so hard. And so I went to Indeed.com, Craigslist, was looking for job opportunities because I really was struggling in my business. My baby was struggling, you see, because I was not willing to give it what it needed, which is this baby needs focus. In order to feed your business, you're going to need to feed it focus. You got to give it everything that it needs. And a lot of people, when they come into business, they think, oh, I'm just going to like play with it a little bit. You know, I'm going to just, I'm going to just work on it on weekends. And then, but by the time I get done with it, I'm going to be a millionaire. No, that's not how it works. Because I have a question. If you had a real baby, would you only feed it on weekends? I'm just asking a real question. Would you only feed your baby on weekends? Would you only feed your baby once a day? And if it was for once a day, would you only feed it for 10 minutes? You got to really think about this. See, I'm trying to get you. This is why people don't make sales. Because they don't see their business like a real human being. But yet we want that baby to give us millions, give us thousands, give us all the freedom in the world. Well, this baby is real. Yeah. Oh, it's real. Because guess what? You have a real bank account. You need real money. You need real savings. You need real assets. Okay. And a lot of times we're coming into this and we think it's a joke. We think it's a game. We think that we can play around with it, come back 1 year, not do it the next year, come back 2 months, not do it for 2 months. And we think that our baby will still love us. I'm sure there are some of you who are men and women who have attested to fathers or mothers who were never fathers or mothers, right? Some of you never had a father. Some of you never have had a mother because they weren't willing to be what you needed. And when they were not willing to be what you needed, how did you feel about them? Did you see them as a, loving father, or loving mother? No, you probably said they were the worst parents I ever had in my life. Why? Because they never gave you focus, didn't give you love, didn't see value. Okay, these are words we got to think about when we're building our business. Okay, this is a real class. Hopefully you're enjoying this. But see, we're trying to prepare our minds for what's coming up next. We're preparing for a wonderful 2019. A wonderful 2019. But this year will not mean anything. Listen to me. A new year does not mean new anything. Doesn't mean, this is going to be my year of new progress and new moves and new business. No, it won't. No, because guess what? It will only give you what you give it. A baby cannot give love to someone who does not love them. A baby will probably start crying, whining, right? Okay, but see, if I'm really looking at my 2019, just because it's a new year, right, does not mean it's going to be a new year, right? So how can we encourage ourselves to win? We've got to first realize that whatever I give it, it gives back. If I give it no focus, it will not give me consistent sales. So see, this is why what I'm teaching is so important. Because no matter who you are, no matter what your pedigree is, no matter where you come from, making money is not that hard. Oh my God, did I just say a curse word? Did I just say a swear phrase? Did she just say making money is not that hard? Yeah, it really is not that hard. We make it hard because, can I share a story? You guys know I love stories, right? And I came prepared for a story today because this is going to teach us about business strategy. And if you're enjoying this, just let me know. Let me know if you're enjoying this because I would really like to know. Okay, let me know if you're enjoying this. And if you're on Facebook, hopefully you're sharing this. Okay, because somebody else really is going to need this. Oh, yeah, they're going to really need today's class because I promise you, they thought they can make a whole bunch of money by just, posting on Facebook and Instagram. But see, if I don't realize that my business is a baby, if I'm not hungry for my business, doesn't matter how much of a business owner I say that I am, I won't make any money. Why? Because I don't see it to be real enough. Okay? My business is the food. I want you got to get this. Never let a 9 to 5 make you lazy. Okay. This is big. This is big. You did not prepare to make money, so you're not making money because you, so for some of you, become lazy. I'm not here to attack you. I'm here to love on you, but I got to wake you up. Gotta make you see how real this is. I've got to see my business as a couple things. The food I eat, the place I sleep. Okay, this is big. Until you see your business this way, you will always become passive. Oh, I hate that word. Oh my God. Now I do like passive income though. I like passive income, but not just the word passive up there. No, we don't go with that. But until I see it as the food that I eat, as the place that I sleep, the gas in my tank. This is big. The hunger to go after sales, the hunger to make money. Okay, I've got to have a righteous duty with this. I've got to take this thing seriously because otherwise, when I don't hit my goals, I will allow that to be like, well, I guess I'm just not hitting my goals. I guess it's just not working. I guess it's just not. No, there's a fire and a passion. Listen to me, that you have to have. This table, see, some of you may not be able to relate because you've never had a table or a place or a space like this where you have literally watched your life go up and down at a table, okay? But this is the table I've watched my life go up and down at this. Okay, any gas that went in my car was because of this table and because of that computer and because of that phone and because of that laptop. You may say, well, I didn't have a laptop. Well, guess what? I got that iMac and this laptop. I need a new one. Was about to burn out. I need a new computer because I need to make some money and I need these things. So I did an online course and I was up in the middle of the night. Oh my God, slaving away, recording on this crazy computer, okay? And guess what happened? I began to pour myself out because I saw that I needed money to keep my business. I needed money for what? Food I eat, the place I sleep, gas in my tank. So I was willing to do whatever it took to get myself to where I need to be. Now I'm streaming off of 2 things that were paid for by my blood, my sweat, and my tears. Now see, are you, just think, we gotta be willing to say that we're really hungry for this. Oh, you just post things on like post. I'm not making money. Are you hungry to go after customers? Are you hungry to establish relationships? Are you hungry to walk into rooms that people would say that you are not qualified to enter? Where are you in your mind to make the money? This is the first place. You've got to make, listen to me, listen, you may say, well, just, I know I need to make money. Just, I know I'm broke. Okay, I'm done. But see, if there's no passion and fire and hunger and excitement, it doesn't matter. You won't have it because you weren't excited to make it. See, this is the thing. You cannot, so 9 to 5 don't make it lazy, but you cannot allow life to beat you. You cannot allow life to beat you. Remember, life is a game. It's a table, and this is you, and this is life. And I sit across the board. I've got to make it in my heart and my mind that I will not allow whatever you throw at me to beat me. See, remember, whatever you put in, that's what you get out. I cannot allow life to beat me. I've got to be ready to make money, to make these sales, to make this goal, but I've got to be hungry enough to go after it. So that when I get no, denied, I won't pay, or I can't pay, right? I can't afford it. When we hear all those things, we're not going to allow that to deter us because we will keep on going. Why? Because remember, it's the food I eat, the place I sleep, the gas on my tank, and so many more things. When I look at my business, I got to remember it is a baby. It needs to be fed, but I've got to give it focus. So let's get into actual strategies. Because now that your mind is ready, then you can receive. Because I know that you will apply. Okay? It's hard for me to teach the people. I teach so many times. If you've been on my YouTube channel or you've been a friend of mine here on Facebook, even Instagram, I teach all the time. I really do. I teach a lot. And I give out a lot of help to people. And, you know, it does not faze me almost now. Well, I see people who've watched all my videos, done all my stuff, and they're still where they are. You know, and it just shocks me. And sometimes I just like, why are they still where they are? Because they themselves have not given focus. So I want to put up some key words that we're going to keep on the board. We're going to keep on the board. We're going to keep up the word baby. I think that's very important. You've got to see your business like a baby. I don't know why that Y is messed up. Okay. We need focus. Okay. These are key words we're going to keep up on the board. I like the word passion. I prefer passion over being passive. I like passion. And I like the word wealth. Because I'm not just here to build a business that will fade away. I'm here to build it. Either we're going to build it, we're going to sell it, or we're going to keep it. Okay, those are three things. Sometimes we get hired. Sometimes we're the builders. Okay, sometimes we're the sellers. Sometimes we're the keepers. Okay, let's keep on going, shall we? I want to read a story. And we're actually going to be doing this for my YouTubers. We're going to be doing story time. I know on YouTube, we just started a series on YouTube called Story Time for Entrepreneurs, where I read stories, children's stories that are very encouraging for entrepreneurs. You know, they're children's stories though, so, you know, they're not too heavy, but they have such great life lessons. And so this is the one that I'm going to be sharing. We're going to do it as a separate one. Okay. But I want to read a portion of it because we are going to be reading this. Now, we're going to be reading The Tortoise and the Hare on YouTube for our Story Times for Entrepreneurs really soon. But I want to read a portion of the story. And this is very important. And it says, the hare was soon far out of sight. Remember, this is a story between the tortoise and the hare, right? Oh, yeah, we do need to do the Lorax soon. The hare was soon far out of sight and to make the tortoise feel very deeply how ridiculous it was for him to try a race with a hare. He lay down beside the course to take a nap until the tortoise should catch up. Okay, this is important. Maybe just where this is going. This is important in sales. This is important about sales. The tortoise, meanwhile, kept going slowly but steadily, and after a time passed the place where the hare was sleeping. But the hare slept on very peacefully, and when at last he did wake up, the tortoise was near the goal. The hare now ran his swiftest, but could not overtake the tortoise in time. The race is not always given to the swift. Now, why am I reading this story? Because the thing about sales is that sales is about something that you must understand. Every great salesperson, and when I talk about sales, I'm going to talk about your business. You've got to have a great foundation. Okay. Every great company, every great business is going to have a great foundation. I have a great foundation. And you may say, well, what does this equate to? We're about to lay this out. We know that every great business is going to start out with what? A core product. A core product or service. Okay. Now, it is your duty, okay, to become known for that core product/service. Now, you know, you may say, well, you know, not every business is like that. Well, let's say I want to start a store that has diversified products, right? Like, let's say you want to be like a little shopping mall, or like a little smaller version of, you know, Macy's or JCPenney's, or you want to be a version of, let's say, Fashion Nova, you know, maybe expensive items, maybe you want to sell consignment bags. You have a lot of things. But the point is that you're going to become known for a service. So if you sell, let's say, consignment bags, you're going to become known for selling consignment bags, right? Okay. So if I do grass cutting, I'm going to be known for what? Grass or like landscaping, right? So the point is that whatever it is that you're doing, we've got to first make sure that you're what? Focused. In order to feed a baby, remember, we're looking at 3 years. Okay. But it's funny because people will brag about being in business for 10 years but haven't made any money. That's when it gets kind of awkward, you know. People say, "Oh, I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years." Okay, but you only made $20,000. So 20 years, $20,000. You only made $1,000 a year. Okay, so we're not here to brag about how many years. I want you guys to have a healthy first 3 years. Okay. Now remember here's always my plan. And you know, this is what I learned at this table is that in your first couple of years, you do not want to pull out a lot of the money from your business unless you are making a large amount of money that, you know, you can substantiate and say, okay, listen, I'm proving that I can now, you know, have an income from this business, or maybe, you know, you're beginning to hire. But the point is that for many small businesses, do you guys know what the average percentages of businesses? If you got my email, hopefully you're on my email list. But if you got my email today, then you would have known some of the statistics for small businesses. The statistic for one of the businesses that back in 2016, this was the statistic, the median income for individuals self-employed at their own incorporated businesses was $50,347. So $50,347. Okay, for individuals self-employed at their own unincorporated firms, it was only $23,000. Okay, so we need to get these numbers up. You got to first have a core product or service. Before you decide, there goes my nephew, before you decide that you're going to run out into this world and start creating all these other products, you've got to first master the core product and service that you have. Of course, one of my favorite movies, of course, is Founder. Which tells a story of McDonald's. And one of the things that I really have paid attention to, hopefully you have too, is the fact that one of the things they said was that when they looked at the data, you got to look at what's happening in your business. When they looked at the numbers and the data, they saw that what people were buying were the hamburgers, the drinks, and the fries, right? They offered all this stuff at first. They had all this stuff. But then they figured out, wait, hold on. These 3 products are selling the most. We're going to focus on these 3 products. So that's why your business, before it actually has millions, you've got to first master your foundation. Okay, so I'm going to write here, I've got to master my foundation. The first thing I need to ask myself is, what do I want to become known for? In becoming known, I cannot become too broad, because to be too broad means that I cannot become well known, right? People become well known for things. Whether we look at people who are celebrities or we look at people who are business owners, we know businesses a lot of times by the products or the services that they sell. If I told you John Deere, would you tell me different? No, you would say tractor trailers, or you would say, you know, that's the first thing that comes to my mind, tractor trailers, okay? If I say McDonald's, you're going to think of fast food, right? If I think of Amazon, though, you may say, oh my gosh, you know, so many things, delivery, right? But again, what Amazon really is well known for, of course, is its fast delivery, you know, quick products. They're a very diversified company, to be honest, because they have cloud services, they have fresh food, they have Whole Foods. But the point is that, so you can become diversified after you become well known. Because people have to trust your name, to trust what it is that you do. Now, I have a question for you. How hard are you running with your foundation? You should not diversify until your foundation is built. Not having a strong foundation, but then wanting to offer all these products and services is like building an apartment complex with no foundation. Sure, you'll have a lot of people coming into different rooms, but eventually the foundation will shake because you have nothing. There's nothing that you're known for. You'll be known as a scattered person. Okay. If I want to have consistent sales, people will start coming back to word of mouth usually because of what? A specific thing that you're becoming well known for. Okay, so I want to ask you, what is your foundation? That needs to be a core product or service. And then the question becomes, how hard are you running in that core foundation, in that core product or service? I will know how, listen, people ask me, Genesis, can you let me know, am I on the right track? And a lot of times, I'll ask them different questions just to see where they're going and how they're going. And a lot of times, I'll say to them, listen, this is not going to be successful. And they'll say, well, why is that? Why is that? And I told them, I said, well, what are you going to become well known for? You do this, you do that, you do this, do that. What's the core product? Now, I like so Jenny says, got it. So her core product is my service and personal finance. Well, what is that service? What is that service? Okay. So personal finance, is that a particular package? See, this is big. You've got to become well known for something. When I grew my graphic design business, okay, I became well known for eventually it was graphics, and then for me it was graphics turning into websites. So eventually people were like, oh, you need a website now? Oh, you need Gigi. Oh, you need a website now? Oh, you need Gigi. Oh, you need a website now? You need Gigi. You need Gigi. It just became known. It became known. It became known. And so I began to become a very focused, and eventually I could build up my premium price points because I was becoming well known. See, you can build up your value as you become known. See, I build my value based on my foundation. The better my foundation, the better I can build up my value. I can have more expensive calls or more expensive coaching programs because I've built up my foundation, which is linked to value. Okay? So she says consumer credit. Okay, so let's do this. How about you type in the comment section, tell me what your core product is. Let's do this. I think this is great because we're in a class, right? And I want to take full advantage of the class. So let's talk about what is your core product. I want to see it. Comment in the boxes. Even if you don't think that's your core product, I want you to tell me what your core product is, because that is what we're going to build your value on. I'm going to teach you on tonight how to not almost reconfigure your business, but how to build a stronger business for your baby. I want your baby to live, okay? I love your baby. Oh, look, thank you, Dove. Thank you, girl. So Dove's, her core product is social media and Facebook ad strategy implementation. I need you. I think we talked about this earlier, didn't we? Did we talk about this earlier? DM me, because I'm going to need you. Which we've already talked previously, but I'm gonna need you now. Okay. Let's see. Kayla says my core product is helping others build their brand and branding. So branding. Okay, we got something. So we're gonna shorten this stuff. I want you to shorten it. Let's shorten it. Okay, we're gonna shorten it. What are you well known for? So Kayla, she is branding. Okay. Derthali is membership site and community helping people. Okay, so hers is helping people become whole. Okay. Miss Daniels is journals. Okay. Jessica is interview features. I got your email. I believe. Did you email me, Jessica? Because I think I got your email. And I think we're going to have to rebuild what you're doing. Because I don't think if you're the right email of the lady you talked to me about how you were charging for interviews, I don't think it's going to work. But we're going to rebuild your business. We're going to rebuild your structure to make it better. Because I believe that you can do some great things. And we're going to rebuild what you give out. Okay. Jenny, Jeff Farrar, I hope I'm saying that right, is consumer credit. It's consumer credit. Okay, Monica Bundy's is planners. Okay, planners. So basically, stress less, live more, lifestyle planner. Okay, but basically, you have a planner business. Okay, the point is we got to sum up in a very short way what your foundational product or service is, and we got to shorten it up in like a very short way. Okay, what do you sell? Okay, I sell planners. I sell stationery. Okay. And then we're going to add what we call the branding layer, okay, which is the icing on how it's sold. So, for instance, let's say I was in a creative service business, okay, because I was coming out of, I did branding. Well, wasn't necessarily branding like Kayla. I did more of the graphics for the branding, and then I did web design. Okay, and so that was my core product, and the icing was, usually my target audience, who I was meant to help. Just like Monica's, hers is she has a planner business, but the layer on top is the stress less, live more lifestyle, right? So that's the layer we're going to code it on top of. Okay, that helps us to focus on our core. So if you want to have more sales, right? What's the first thing you know? What am I going to become known for? Okay, I'm going to become known for this one thing, and this is important, guys. This is important. When you begin to provide consistency, okay, this is big. We're forming a nice little house here. Okay, you've got to create consistency. So once I have my foundation, okay, I got my layer of branding, which is going to be, who I'm for, my unique message, right? You know, because you got to have a specific audience that you're targeting, right? And again, you can begin to diversify who you target, but you got to first start off with a target audience, right? You can get fancy, but not immediately, because you don't have the right. This is really big. You are not big businesses yet. You don't have the marketing dollars. So we're not gonna, I don't have to do all that. No, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because you are not, a high boutique firm who has $20,000 in marketing ad spend. You don't have that. Okay. So you've got to become well known in their mind's eye. And that happens with consistency. Now, how do we feed consistency in sales? Well, we know that consistency has to come from sales channels. Now, in my S word book, we talk about the channels, okay? We talk about the different channels that you need to focus on selling to, okay? That's why you need to get this book so you can become a sales expert, okay? But as we talk about this, right, we're talking about the fact that in order to build my business, I've got to have a foundational product, right, which we have core product or service. We're going to layer it with branding, which we're going to provide what is our target audience, what's our unique message, right, that's going to more center, right? We're actually adding more focus. We're actually going to create more focus by starting off with a core product or service. It's going to help us become more focused. Then we're going to add branding, which is going to make us even more focused because we're going to have a unique audience or tribe to sell to. Then we're going to take a step deeper into focus, and we're going to have consistency to that audience. Now, the question is, well, Gigi, how do I get the audience? I hear you talking, but how do I get them? It's going to take money and time. Those are two things. I know people don't want to hear it, but guys, stop being cheap with your business. I want you to hear this. When I started off my business, I didn't spend any money in marketing my business. It was a lot of word of mouth, but that was because of the type of business I was in. Okay, this is the thing. A lot of people, they'll give you these anomaly stories, and then you take that anomaly kind of little story and you feel like, well, they didn't do it, so I didn't have to do it. But guys, it really depends upon what kind of business people have and what are the price points of what they're selling. I'll give a perfect example, right? In my business, I didn't need a ton of clients to hit my goals all the time because I was in web design. So I was charging several thousand, or maybe it was be $1,000 or whatever it was per month. It kind of ranged on what the product or service was. So, but when I got started though, here's the hilarious thing. When I got started, right, I was charging $50 for logos. Listen, don't shoot me. But I was when I look back on it, I was like, whoo. But anyway, right? So I was, doing my thing, and I was hustling now. I was working hard. Anyway, as I progressed, right, I didn't have to spend that much money in marketing dollars because I made a lot of money. So I didn't even have a lot of clients because all I need to do is have 10 clients. I hit 10K, right? $1,000 a site, 10 clients. That's $10,000. I didn't need to do a whole bunch of marketing. I just needed 10 clients. So I would work my relationships, and that's really how I got a lot of money. So then people would come to me in different industries and say, I have a planner business. Say, oh, Gigi, you didn't have to do any marketing. I guess I don't have to do any marketing either. No, you're in retail. It's not the same thing. Or I only needed 10 clients. Do you only need 10 clients to hit your goal? No, you need 30. You cannot do what I do, right? But then the other thing, though, was that let's say I wanted to have more premium clients. I then did need to reach out in different ways. So the point is that don't listen to anomalies. You are going to need money. I didn't need money at first, okay? But then guess what I did need money for? I did need money to upgrade certain tools. I needed more premium programs to work with my more premium clients. So I did need to spend money. Okay, so this is the reason why if you want to then become more consistent, you're going to need time and money. Now, in your business, you're going to have to set aside in 2019, even now. Guys, listen, we're not even into December yet. If you're watching this video on YouTube and we're past December, or any of these videos and you're past December, hello, welcome to 2019. Maybe you're 2019. Maybe you're in 2020. I don't know when you're watching this video because it's going to be on my channel forever. But the point is that, okay, you've got to have different ways that you're going to hit. Now, in channels, I'm not going to go deep into the channels because you need to spend your money and get this book, okay, which is bit.ly. I need sales. Pretty easy to remember. We're going to hit online, in person. This is what, we coach in our private VIP private sales. We're going to actually go deeper into some more this tomorrow. Online, in person. And we're also going to do some things such as, it may be like email marketing, or I just may put marketing funnels. Because there's so many different ways to do this to make money. Anyway, you've got to show up. Consistency is in showing up. Okay? Now, here's the thing. This is why what we start off with this class is so monumental. If you don't believe in yourself, you will not show up. If you start, let's say you start doing live streams online, and let's say only 2 people tuned in. Where is your self-esteem right now to take care of your baby? This is big. Is your self-esteem, okay, where it needs to be to take care of your baby? Because here's the thing. I don't have kids. I do have 2 nephews, and I have a dog. The dog is enough. I mean, the dog is enough. The dog is really enough. But my business is my baby for right now. And I have family business, which is a bigger, that's really a child, and maybe more like a teenager. But then there's my personal babies, right, which is this business, GenesisDorsey.com. I have Gigi Taught Me, which is an e-commerce business. And then now we have P3 University, which is under Glam Print Go. So I have 3 different businesses, 3 different babies. They all need to be fed. If I don't see what I do as important, okay, let me tell you something. I've done lives where only 5 people were on and 2 people signed contracts over $10,000. I just want you to see this. I've also done lives, okay, where maybe only 5 people showed up. I got 3 sales from that live, from that call. So I spent maybe 30 minutes. You guys know usually my teachings are about an hour. I'm trying to get it shorter, but we'll pray. So I'm on a video, and I'll get sales from this. I'm going to get sales from this. I know I am. I already know that. Matter of fact, I already have. Okay, I'm looking at my laptop right here. Already gotten sales. Okay, but the point is that I'm not doing this just to get sales. I'm here, of course, to help you. But the point is that, see, I've got to be okay with showing up. Right now, I have 5 people watching me on Instagram. I have 15 people watching me on YouTube, and I have 2 people watching me on Facebook. Now, if your self-esteem is low, you may say, well, Gigi, I mean, people are really not watching me like that, so I'm going to kind of quit. I just don't think it's worth it because I'm not having enough people. What does enough people mean? I'm still trying to get around this concept. I believe that you should build up your viewership, but my question is that you've got to feed your baby. My job is to show up because I'm here to feed my baby. I'm teaching you to feed not just my baby, but I'm here to help you feed your baby. So I must show up. Why? Because it is my personal duty to make sure you don't quit on your business. That's why I believe this, whether you're religious or not, I believe that God, or whatever you want to, whatever you're, I believe that He has called me to help you to not quit on your business. So that's why I have to show up, because who else is going to be the voice in your ear? Right? Who else is going to be the voice in your ear to tell you you're not going to give up on this? Okay? You've worked way too hard, poured in way too much creativity to give up on this. We're not going to do this. Oh no, not today. Oh no, you could have done that last week. Could have done it 2 years ago. But now that you've attached yourself to me, okay, I'm not a quitter. I've been at this table and been wanting to quit many times, but I've gotten over the quitting spirit, and so it is my job to make sure that you don't quit. So I see it as my personal duty. People come into my inbox, oh, Gigi, I'm just going. I'm not going to make it. I'm just not going to make it. And I tell them it's time to feed your consistency. I just can't be consistent. I got the kids. I got this. I got the school. I got the job. I don't know. How are we going to do this? Darth Alley asks, how do we build a community audience from scratch? I must first have something to feed the people. I must then be consistent in showing up. People come when they see consistency. This is big. Some of you are trying to figure out why you don't have sales, why you don't have people gathering to you. They will not come when you are not dependable. I want you to hear this. I want you to hear me. Hear me clearly. People come to think. Listen to me. Think about your dating life. Would you date somebody who was inconsistent? Who you never knew when they were going to call? Never called you consistently, first of all. It calls you like when I feel like it. When I feel like it, you will never really love somebody who is inconsistent. So how do we attract customers and tribes? I've got to feed them consistency. This is big. You got to feed them consistency. You guys, a lot of people follow me because they watch my teachings. They know she's gonna teach. She's going to teach about at least once a week. Okay? We're going to see her face at least once a week because I'm going to show up. Okay, and they know I may be in the car, I may be in the school, you may see me in the sanctuary, in my church, but you're going to see this face, you're going to see these eyes, you're going to see this fire, you're going to see this passion. I'm showing up. So people tune in because they know I'm dependable. I may not be perfect, but I am dependable. I'm not perfect, though. I make a lot of mistakes. I be messing people up sometimes. Listen, but guess what? They know I'm going to show. They know my passion. They know my fire. So how do you build people up? You've got to give them something to come to, okay? So you've got to make sure that you've got consistency in your message and in your product. Please don't be offering something new every other week, okay? No, let's first become well known, okay? If I want to build a community from scratch, what will your community be about? What is it that your community will focus on? Don't make it broad. Young people, my biggest problem right now is people call themselves inspirational speakers. Okay, I'm a speaker, but I have a specific topic that I speak on. Inspiration will not make you well known. Pick a topic. I promise on everything. I promise you. I promise. Look, this is a real pinky promise. Pinky promise. Okay, find a focus in your inspiration. I promise you'll blow up faster than just being an inspirational speaker. People say, "Oh, I'm a life coach." Okay. What in life do you coach people to do? Okay, because everybody's a life coach, okay? What do you focus on? Okay, it's funny on how we want people to focus to give us money. Hey, choose me, but then why should they choose you when you sound like everybody else? So we've got to make sure, just like I was answering before, oh my gosh, Mrs. Joseph, is the fact that you build a community by having a focus. You give people a focus they will come to, especially if you're showing up consistently. Now, the way that you build up people and build up more clientele is by having consistency in your channels. And you've got to pick channels that you can be consistent in. And you've got to be consistent. That means that for social media, if I am someone who is quote unquote an expert on social media, maybe not an expert on social media, but let's say I'm an expert, right? And let's use myself as an example. I have Instagram, I have YouTube, and I have Facebook, and I'm starting to really use my LinkedIn a lot more. So I need to be showing my expertise on a consistent basis, right? So that people can begin to see me as an expert, okay? Now, I also need to make sure that I'm leveling up my relationships. So let's talk about it. So I need to have consistency in expertise. Now, let's say you're like, well, I cut grass, okay? What was we doing? Doing grass cutting videos? No. Now, for you, again, it depends upon what kind of business you have. If I do grass cutting business, I would probably be focusing a lot more on relationship building and marketing, right? If I have grass cutting business, I'm probably going to focus on relationship building as well as doing maybe direct marketing. I would probably be doing ads in newspapers, just different things. I would be focusing on more visual, quick marketing plans because that kind of business, that's really how you're going to get a lot more of your sales. Service-based, I can use online, I can use in person, I can do a lot, again, networking, relationship building, and whatever business you have, you need relationship building. Okay, you want to get to know people not just because they can be your next deal, but you want to get to know people. You want to get to know vendors for your business. You want to get to know other experts in your arena. You want to get to know, where are your customers? Do we need to go vend or exhibit at certain places, or do we just need to go travel to these conferences or halls to get to know what our audience is wanting? Right. So this is why you also got to have money. Right. So if I'm doing planners, right, one of the things that I work on with my clients who do planners and journals is that, because I do planner and journal coaching, and one of the things that we talk about is, okay, where does this planner or journal need to be next? Does it need to be at a certain conference? Does it need to be at a certain function? And not just thinking small, right? But like, okay, if we had 500 planners being sold at this conference, okay, where would that need to be? Now, we may start off with smaller ones, but where is it that we want to go? So we've got to make sure that we're doing relationship building, and we're also looking at the customer, okay? The customer. I'm going to put, let's name it customer watching, okay? Because, see, posting online is great, but if you are not someone who's creating consistency in your posting, like I see people, you post your kids. No offense. No offense. I'm going to help y'all. I cannot post my kids every day and post my business once a weekend. You're not going to make money like that. Okay? You post your kids. You post your cat, dog, all that. Okay? But if you're going to use these pages to make money, then what I need to do is every day I'm posting about my business, and I can also post my kids. But I can't be posting my kids every day. Business once a week. You're talking about, I can't feed my kids. Your kids, listen, put the kids in the different album, okay? Post them, okay, in the evenings, okay? But you can't say, I can't feed my kids, and the world don't even know what to give you money for so that you can feed your kids, okay? So we need to be what? Consistently posting online, consistently meeting people. Oh my gosh, the hermit syndrome. I want to make money, but I don't want to come outside. Come outside. Come, just come on. But people, there's too many people. Okay, so that means that you're scared of money then, because when I walk into a room, all I see is I see money, I see relationships, I see people who can help me in life, period. But I don't want to come on. I'm more of an introvert, so I'm just gonna try to make all my money online. Well, you can do that, but if you want to make all your money online, you need money from marketing dollars for ads. Do you have several thousand? Do you have a couple hundred to do that? If you do, yeah, great, fine, okay. But unless you're doing that, you're building funnels, may not be a best solution. You may need to go outside, okay? You may need to pull a Michael Jackson, put a hat on, put glasses and shades, and go outside, do a little hee-hee, and walk outside, okay? Okay, you can do that, okay? Just make sure you don't come out as a different shade like Michael did, okay? It scared us all half to death. But the point remains, okay? Go outside. Wow, you need relationship building. You need to, guys, the only way you level up is by the level of your relationships. By the level of your relationships. So I can't say I want to sell planners to companies and you don't even know who people are within these companies. I'm just going to shoot them an email. Go to some planner conferences and exhibitions where you meet people who produce the things. Have you been to a stationery conference? Those things actually exist. Do you go to those? Okay. Grass cutters. People do grass. Do you know people within government who give the government contracts? Are you going to those meetings when they give the contracts away for different counties and districts? But then here's the recipe. Well, I want to go around the government folk. I don't really have time. I got to go do this and I got to do this. But I want my grass cutting business to blow up. But you're not in the meetings when they're giving these contracts away and bidding them away. Are you bidding for these contracts? So it's like we want to make money, but you don't want to go into the rooms. And this is why if you're going to do this, you've got to get rid of low self-esteem. Low self-esteem has no place. I'm going to exit. You know what? Where's my red marker? We're going to do the red for this one, okay? Now, this is a week. You know what? I'm buying this marker up. This marker is not. Where's my other red marker? Oh, this is a highlighter. Oh, Lord. Green. Oh, this is weak. You know what? Has someone been using my markers? My markers seem dry. They ashy. Got ashy markers. Okay, we all get the point. I got ashy markers, y'all. Listen, what's going on here? How do you find these? Yes, you Google. Your Googles, as I like to say with my clients. You use the Googles. You go on the Googles. I always joke with my clients, y'all. I'm half crazy, but that's what keeps me in business because I'm crazy enough to believe that I'm good at what I do. But you use the Googles. Some of y'all don't use the Googles. Okay, the Googles can lead you to a bunch of millions of dollars, but you don't use the Googles. You know what y'all do? Y'all come into my inbox and ask me questions. And do y'all know what I do? I go to Google and I just simply copy and paste because I don't want to embarrass you. This one lady, she asked me, she said, Gigi, how do I find the small business information? Like I heard there was a small business association for my state. And I don't want to hurt her feelings and tell her, go to Google. Because that would have hurt her feelings. Okay. So what I did was I just typed in her state, typed in the SBA, and I copied the link. And I said, hey, girl. Hey, sis. Here's the link. She said, oh, my God, you're so amazing. I am so grateful for you. And I'm just like, oh, Lord, Jesus, my God. But guess what I said in grace afterwards? I said, but guess what? I'm going to give you some free help. She said, oh, you going to give me free help? I said, yeah. I said, next time, I said, I'm going to tell you something that's going to be crazy. I found a lot of stuff from Google. I didn't even tell her, just go Google because I just said, I found a lot of stuff from Google. I think it'll be a great, just start searching on there. She's like, oh, my God, I would have never thought about that. I said, you don't think about Google? In my head, thinking, you don't think about Google? That never crossed. You don't Google stuff. I Google people all the time. Listen, my girlfriend tell me that she's dating somebody. I said, hold on. You're not dating him until I run him through the Googles. Okay, listen, he may be you approved, but is he Google approved? Those are two different scenarios, man. Because we find out then he has another last name. He has 2 kids. 5. Oh, wait, now it's 5. Oh, wait, no, now it's 10 kids. Honey, he changed his name twice. Okay, I say it for my brother, for my brothers as well. I said, no, you're not dating her until we run her through the Googles. Okay, listen, her name is what? No, she changed it. She changed it. The wig is changed, name is changed, eyebrows changed, her butt got changed, everything's changed, sir. Only thing that is the same is the fact that she's in your phone. That's the only thing that's matching, sir. But listen, that's why we run things through the Googles. Okay, now let's finish this because I gotta go. I gotta eat. Okay, so we got foundation, branding, consistency. We show up through these channels online, in person, or email marketing. Okay, Instagram has to come back. Hold on, Instagram, let's get Instagram back. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we have consistency and expertise, relationship building, and customer watching. We want to know where is our customer, where are they spending time at. We then have to invest to get into those rooms, guys. Though. Like, it takes time. You have to, listen, I may not be able to do everything. I'm going to have to cut out time so that I can go into these rooms and I can spend time here. You know, you may have to stack up some money to take a flight to go to where you're going to spend your next dollar at, right? These are things that we have to do because why? We're entrepreneurs. We need to feed our baby, but your baby takes what? It's going to take money and time. Okay, now we're almost done. So let's end, because I'm not going to give you, now if y'all thought I was going to give you a whole 2-hour class, I'm not. Okay, that's why y'all need to go. It's about a $20 book. Okay, go get this. Okay, y'all good? Okay. So let's talk about $1 million moves because I think that's important. Because there's some things you guys need to really consider, especially for my friends trying to make $1 million. Now, if you're not making $250K, this is not going to apply yet because you got to first prove your ability to accrue before you can move. Okay, you got that? So this needs to say 3 years. 3 years. Okay. So let's talk about $1 million moves. $1 million baby. That's actually, you know, that should be a class I should teach. $1 million baby. I make $1 million moves. $1 million baby. Y'all, somebody has been using my markers because they're ashy. I'm not into ashy markers. I don't know who's been using my stuff. But it's not well appreciated. Not well. Oh, it's still like, yeah. Listen, I'm gonna go on Amazon and order me some new dry erase. So we're gonna be talking about $1 million baby. Let's talk about a word that I want to help you with called scale. Okay, scale. Okay, scale. A lot of people want to make millions. Yes, Kayla, they're actually markers. A lot of people want to make millions. But let's talk about scaling. The only way to make millions usually does include scaling. But we've got to have some strategic things to think about when making millions. Like, I know the people like to use millions as like a goal. And once they make millions, woo, I made it. Millions is actually not a lot of money. Especially once you take into things into consideration like taxes, expenses, overhead, especially depending upon what it is that you may do. Yes, Kayla is a very price. Good thing. So with scaling, you've got to take into consideration a few things. We say, Genesis, what is scaling? Scaling is growing, okay? But the thing about scale is that, let's say this is your business, okay? You want to grow your business from this building, this size building. You know, this needs to become darker. There we go. This is annoying me. Okay, there you go. There we go. This is your business, okay? And we want to grow your business from here to here. Okay, right? Okay, from here to here. Now, to grow your business from here to here, this is what scaling is, right? We're going to scale. But as this grows, whatever is inside of that business has to also grow. That also means things like employees, okay, taxes, overhead, production or manufacturing, depending upon what you do, okay, marketing costs, and really expenses, okay, and also a strategic plan for growth. So does that mean that we need to procure more investors? Does that mean we need to have more investors? Does that mean that we need to change maybe our offerings to make them more strategic so that we're making more, right? Companies do this all the time, especially banks. That's the reason why many banks have become so wealthy, is because they begin to change how they were selling what they were selling at different fees, different structure costs, so that they could what? Scale, so they could grow, okay, make more money. So as we're doing these different things, I want you to think about, this is really big, what's going to take me from here to there? A lot of times it's going to be back in what we talked about in the beginning, which was the foundational offerings within your business, okay? How does a company grow? You are making more sales. But what kind of sales will you make and how will they be marketed? One of the ways that you must scale is by the visibility of your company. Now, this could be private visibility. Usually private visibility is going to be seen in government contracts, right? It may be seen in behind the scenes deals, but even in behind the scenes deals, as we're going through this, okay, even in behind the scenes deals, okay, depending upon what you sell, this is why I got to be strategic how I'm saying this, because it really does depend upon what you sell. If you sell a product that is a B2B, okay, a B2B company, right? You guys should know what that means. This is all about business, right? So a B2B company is a business that sells to another business. But you may be a B2C, where you are a business to the consumer. And what you sell and what kind of business you are is all going to be dependent upon how you scale. If I'm a business to consumer, which means that I'm selling to an, it's not to a business, but to an actual person, an individual, okay, then I need to make sure that my visibility is increasing externally, right? In other words, to the mass people. So this is why a lot of times you'll see startup companies, they will spend a lot of money into getting, tons of views and likes on, let's say, Facebook accounts, Instagram accounts, because they want to become this well-known mass company. So what we're going to do is maybe we're going to do some targeted campaigns that are focused to our core audience, and we're going to focus them on purchasing a core product or service, basically our foundational product. Right? And so this is almost like Chick-fil-A becoming well known for the chicken sandwich, right? It doesn't really depend, doesn't really matter how expensive your product is. You're going to probably have to, you're going to have to do a lot of public dollars spent on marketing dollars on increasing the visibility of your business. That's going to be your foundation. If I am B2B, depends upon what kind of business we're talking about. If we say B2B, are we saying, for instance, I'm a business owner. So a company like MailChimp is B2B a lot of times. It is a B2B. ConvertKit is a B2B, right? I am a business selling to other business owners. But then you may be a business that does a lot of private dealings for businesses, right? Like behind the scenes. So your visibility will need to be seen in relationships, behind the scenes, meeting the people who control the strings of different businesses. This is why for you will probably do a lot more traveling, a lot more meeting individuals who hold the purse strings, okay? When you're looking to scale a company and you do a lot of B2B sales, especially these are private deals, you've got to be more focused on meeting with people who hold the purse strings, okay? Okay? Hold the purse. This is very important. Do not waste your time talking to people who cannot sign the check. You may start off with that conversation, but the next conversation needs to be with the person who controls the purse strings. Why? Because it will be a waste of your time to try to sell to somebody who does not have the power to say yes or no. Okay? So in scaling, again, we're looking at visibility. Okay. Visibility. Okay, that's important. And how we're going to control that. The other thing is I've got to make sure that when we look at our profit, we're looking at what we're making in, do we have enough money to scale? Okay. You may say, yeah, we got enough money to scale. Okay. What does that actually mean though? How will those funds be allocated, and have you prepared the transition for those things to happen? So when it comes to scaling, a lot of times this is why you got to know your numbers left and right. Okay, you've got to be ready to know, okay, as we transition, as we begin this new hiring spree, as we're going to begin and going to a bigger building, or let's say, you make products. And let's say you want to scale your company. This is why we got to know, okay, how much is the warehouse going to cost? How much are the manufacturing systems are going to cost? You're going to need to hire people to print your plan. I mean, these are why these things like, woo-wee. Or let's say I'm going to hire a manufacturing company to begin printing my journals. Let's say you start off using some manufacturers, but now you want to become your own manufacturer, or you want to begin doing deals with personal manufacturers at a higher level. Well, then I've got to know what that money will be allocated to and how much we need to begin preparing or setting off to then build that business to scale it. The next thing we're going to need to know is, I'm going to actually talk about this, which is, why do you want to scale? This is very important. Oh, I think, this may be a good ending place. When we talk about growing a business, okay, I think it's everyone's dream that we I want my business to grow. The question is why? When it comes to building a business, you cannot say, because we want to make more money. You can make more money at the same size, because a lot of times everything that it has to do with is strategy. For instance, I've dealt with clients who, let's say, I've had clients who are making, let's say, actually when they got started, it was like 150, transition over, again, grow, 750, begin to grow a lot more. But what I began to teach them was that it's not as if they need to become bigger to make more money. They actually needed to change their strategy with how they were really implementing growing their business. In other words, you could have a business that has 5 employees, okay, and you have not maximized the 5, okay? Let's say your strategies and your funnels are broken. That's an X. Let's say on top of that, you aren't even using the right lead software to gain the sales. On top of that, you don't even have a strong social media presence. And you are a B2C, okay? It's not that you need more employees. It's not that you need a bigger business. You simply have the wrong strategy. You aren't maximizing what it is that you have. For a lot of you who are current entrepreneurs and are, let's say you're a solopreneur, so it's just you. I want to ask you a question as we end, because we'll have more of these videos as we get ready. I don't want to crash everything into one video. But are you maximizing what you have right now? Okay, are you maximizing? In other words, am I truly you may be using some freemium programs, free funnels, free software, free marketing this, free marketing that. Are you maximizing what you're doing? Okay. So this can all be summed up in this way. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time on these things because I'm not here to give y'all all my knowledge. Okay. It comes in bits and pieces because you got to invest for it. But we're going to end with this. I must maximize in order to monetize. Okay? I must maximize in order to monetize. If I've got this much of time, energy, money, I'm going to fill up all of it. Okay, I'm not going to focus on allowing any space to be left. I'm going to fill up all the corners and the gaps. I'm going to go back over our strategy. I'm going to make sure that we're maximizing so that we can monetize, okay? So when I'm going over my business, I'm not going to say, we need more of this. We need this bigger system or this better system. No, a lot of times we're not maximizing. Are you maximizing your social media? Right? Are you maximizing your time in order to meet different people so that you can have different results? Are you maximizing your email marketing? Do you send emails consistently? Okay, because if you don't, okay, are you maximizing the products or services that you currently sell? Okay, are you maximizing, okay, these are all different things. Am I maximizing, okay, the time that I have off, let's say from your job, whatever it is that you do, are you maximizing the time that you have off to pour back into your business? Okay, are you maximizing that time? If I'm not maximizing, I can't be mad. Okay? People who don't maximize in order to monetize, they usually end up mad. And they're mad because they think that, I guess it's not my time. I guess I'm not gifted. I guess it's just, No, you're mad because you're not maximizing in order to monetize. So as we get, let's go back over our words. You've got to maximize your baby. I want you to think of it like a real baby. You're going to draw a baby's head. I'm hoping, oh, you know what? I'm not really sure I just drew his head right. But anyway, we're gonna draw this baby. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with my baby, but okay, I don't know what kind of baby that is, but we're gonna just go with it. Okay, that's the baby, okay? He looks a little trifling shame. Anyway, this is the baby. He looks a little bit like a snowman mixed with something else. We don't know, but we're just gonna give him a nice little, okay, there we go. So that's your baby, okay? And you've got to maximize your baby. Remember that a business usually does not get off the ground usually after 3 years to see a really true profitable status. But remember, you can hit that before 3 years. If you do what? The next word, you've got to focus. We've got to feed our baby focus. We talked about the foundational layer of a core product or service. Then we layer that over with what? Branding, in order to focus on our customer. Once we give that layer, the next layer that we're going to give is consistency. We talked about today or on tonight on how we have consistency in our what? In our sales channels. Okay, we talked about our sales channels. Okay, we talked about relationships. Okay, right? We also talked about how we need to have a focus in making sure that we're giving exposure to our baby. Our baby needs to eat, but our baby needs to become known. So we use the core product as the core message, okay? We make sure we're defining that message so that we're not wasting our time in pitching our products. And then we're going to also give it passion. Okay, you've got to give it passion. Okay, now passion is not an emotional reaction to your product, because there will be days when you will hate what you do. I'm trying to tell you right now. I'm trying to tell you. There'll be days when you're like, I'm really reconsidering everything that I'm doing. And I think I'm just gonna go get a job. Okay. Or let's say you already have a job. And you're like, I'm about to just shut down my business. There'll be days, but passion goes past emotion. Okay. Passion goes past emotion. Passion is when you believe in what you're doing to the point of insanity. That's my quote. If you take it, you better quote me in that, okay? Or I'm coming after you, okay? I'm coming, okay? Like a kamikaze, okay? Listen, passion is when you go past emotion to the point of insanity. In other words, you are so crazy to believe in yourself that no matter what life tries to serve at you in your business, you will continue to press for solutions because your business is a solution. And until you believe that your products help change the world or make it better in some kind of way, you will never sell at your full potential. In other words, you'll never maximize in order to monetize. You've got to be crazy about what you do. The people who sell water guns and all you do is fill water, you squirt somebody, that adds joy to a child's life. Okay, it may terrorize me, okay, because they be shooting right in the face, and I'm like kind of scared of water. I can't swim, so. But anyway, it's another story. Point is that I had a child, she was right in the face, I thought I was about to die. I was like, wait, this is water, these are not bullets, but it feels like a bullet because of how close he is. Child, you better back before I cut you kung fu, but the child lived another day. Thank God, because I'm about to go after that child, okay? But the point was that for that child, that water gun brought them such joy. Okay, it came from the dollar store, but it brought them such joy. I wanted to put the child into a wheelbarrow, okay, push that wheelbarrow back to their mother, but brought them joy. Okay, if you sell makeup, it brings you joy. If you do makeup, it brings you joy, brings that customer joy, helps them to see themselves in a light that they love, right? You're not being fake. You're not, people say, oh, makeup is fake. Let me tell you something. People have a right to their opinion, because I have friends that they're like, I never wear makeup. And I have some friends that say, I love makeup. But guess what? You've got to be crazy about your product. You have to be so crazy about your product or service that you actually make it into a sort of doctrine, right? People who really believe in their products, there are people who love pork. Like they legit, love, like I had some ham for Thanksgiving, y'all. That thing was pushing, okay? And for, myself as well, I do think that, ham's really not that healthy, so I'm not going to have it all the time. But there are people, guess what? They sell pigs for ham. Do you think that they're going to allow me, who says in my mind, well, I eat ham, but I'm not going to eat like that because it's extremely unhealthy. Do you think they're going to allow me to mess them up from selling these pigs? Do you really think that's going to happen? Do you think that someone who sells hot chocolate is going to allow somebody who sells organic filtered water to mess it up, and they're saying, well, you know, I would never sell hot chocolate. It just has too much sugar. Guess what? The people at the candy factory, they're not going to allow people who believe in healthy candy to mess them up. They're going to sell their product because they're crazy about their product, right? Sodas, in my opinion, are not that healthy. But guess what? Do you think Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola are focusing on my feelings right now? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Because guess what? You've got to believe in your product to the point of insanity, where it doesn't matter what someone else's opinion is about the market it is that you serve. You believe in what it is that you do. There was a man on Shark Tank who sold a product called Frocks. It was 3 socks. I'm going to post that thing on my Instagram. He sold Frocks. It was 3 pairs of socks. Just in case you lost one, you had another one. And I was thinking to myself, this man's crazy. But guess what? He was crazy. Now, did his business go on and live long? I'm pretty sure not, because I don't believe that idea was really the profitable one. But he was crazy enough to believe. Right now, being crazy enough to believe does not mean that you're going to be automatically successful, because you do need to have a profitable model. But you still got to be crazy. The last thing is that when I feed my baby consistently with focus and passion, focus also means strategy. Let me add that in here. Focus does not mean staring like an idiot at the wrong solution. Okay, focus is not saying I'm going to keep doing the same thing even though it's not working. No, that's not focus. That is a waste of time. Focus means strategy. When I give my baby focus, strategy, consistency in sales channels, and relationships and exposure, guess what that gives me in the end? That equals wealth. Okay? If you want to have more sales, this is the model. But Chi, I want to learn more. You got to pay me for more. You got to get on a coaching call for more than that. Okay? But I'm giving you the free 99. Okay? This is the free 99 right here. This is going to help you build your business. Now, we are done. Okay, guess what you need to do next? You need to get this. Okay, I will not be the businesswoman that I teach you how to be if I do not focus on selling my product, right? So this is the S word. It's the 7 keys to selling like a pro. This is what I wrote. If telling you, man, I'm telling you, you know what's crazy is that, let me tell you this, people sell a lot of fluff. And what I made sure that whenever I built products, I wanted to make sure that I built products where it's non-fluff, like it gets straight to the work, gets you straight into it, right? And so this is not a thick book. This is not a thick book. It's not as thick as Boss Builder, because Boss Builder is for your whole business. This is for sales. This is a straightforward book. It's $20. It's $20. It is worth it. Now the price point will go up to $24.97, but it is $20. And let me just tell you what it goes over, because I wrote this book to where it really takes you straight in. So we have show up and show out. This is where I'm going to teach you on being consistent, right? And showing up. We talked about that. That's big. Showing up is big. Now, if you were in my VIP private sales boot camp, this book already came with your registration. So you don't need to get, like Jaleesa, she's on here. She doesn't need to get one. I see Katrina's on here. She does not need to get one. Okay, because they're in the boot camp. Our last class is tomorrow. I'm so sad. Okay, thriving your brand. We're going to talk about this. Now, it's not focused necessarily on just branding, but it's focused on the experience in which you give customers. Then key 3 is sell the solution. I'm going to teach you how to sell it as a solution, right? We're not just selling products because they're products. We're selling solutions, okay? Vessel of Honor asks, do you coach people who have not started a business yet? Yes, I do. Inbox me or email me, info@genesisdorsey.com. Go to my website, get in contact with me, and yes, we can talk. I do coach people. Understand the channels. We talked about some of the sales channels. In this book, we're going to focus on all of the sales channels. And this book is meant to really help you start scratching the surface. And this book actually includes a sales tracker, which is actually my favorite thing. I'm actually going to start, this is the sales tracker that I use, but I'm going to start using it in this one because I tweaked it a little bit. You know, based upon my year this year, there are some things I decided to add a little bit extra in 2019. So I'm going to start using the one I actually have updated in this one. Then we talk about navigating the no. Because when you start selling, people are going to tell you no. Okay? And you've got to learn how to navigate no. Not every no will turn into a yes. But you've got to learn how to do your best to navigate no's into yeses. Then key 7 is to spread the news. We talked about that. Then it includes more workbook work in here, which is on how to discover you. Okay. You may say, what's that have to do with sales? Well, how can you sell when you are not motivated, okay, inwardly? I don't run my business because I just want to make money. Believe me, once you start making some money, okay, it won't be enough to keep you happy. Okay. As I was taught, happiness is a joker who lays a finish line. And once you reach the finish line, it moves it back a little bit more. And once you reach that finish line, it moves it back a little bit more. And so you always play this game with yourself because you feel like the money is going to make you happy. But every single time you reach that goal, happiness is like a joker, moving it a little bit back even more so that you really are never happy. So you've got to figure out what is it that you really want out of life. For me, my money has really excited me because one of the things that I love are museums. I love history. And so I'm going to be using a lot of my money this upcoming 2019 year. I want to go on some museum trips where I fly to different places and I'm going to actually spend my money, my hard earned from this table. That's like this table right here. Listen, I'm never getting rid of the table. If I get married, listen, this table is going with me, okay? But this table, this is my baby. This is my baby. So this is the baby of my business right here, this table. And so you have to discover you. I'm also going to ask you this workbook. You're going to do some things where you're going to discover your dreams because that's going to help motivate you when you're up in the middle of the night working on your business, getting tired. I've got a deeper reason why I'm doing this, okay? Then we're going to talk about discovering your business because we're going to work you through that on making sure that you actually understand why you do what you do. We're going to talk about discovering your passion. Okay, we're also going to be talking about in this workbook how to discover your voice. And it has sheets in here where you work it through because you've got to write it out. You've got to make the vision plain so that you yourself can understand your bigger why. So this is what I want you guys to do. I'm going to give you guys some homework. I want you to go over to the website bit.ly/I need sales. Or you can simply go to genesisdorsey.com, click on the bookstore. The bookstore has a lot of great books, worksheets, confessions. I am a Christian, so there are some, things that are definitely for those of us who are Christians, has some confession scripture readings and things where, kind of helps you have things to confess over yourself every day. I'm really big into confessions every day and applying God's word. But yeah, this book, if you want to learn how to take your business and make more money, right? Make more sales. This is going to teach you how to close deals. Okay? It's going to teach you how to bring closings to your table on a more consistent basis. This is the book, and it's a no fluff book, right? So it's not going to give you this. No, let me tell you about my life and how I grew up. No, this is the moment you open this book. The first thing it's going to take you into is some sales vocabulary. It's going to take you through the sales words right here. There are different pages that have quotes about sales. And then you're going to get into your worksheets. Okay, you're going to get into your pages. Okay, and they look like this. So let me just show you something. You look like this. So you'll see once you get done, there'll be a worksheet page. After every page, after every key, there's a worksheet page, which is going to ask you a question to apply it instantaneously. Because I want y'all to go to work instantaneously. So y'all go to bit.ly/I need sales. I will be posting this online and social media. Guys, I pray you enjoyed our training night. This was our class. Did you have a good time in class tonight? Did you have a good time? I had fun. I love teaching. I love teaching you how to win. I want you to win in your business. I believe in you with all of my might, with all of my love. I truly love you guys. I really do. Because if I didn't love you, I would not be on here on board. And you may say, well, just because you're going to make money from this. Well, that's a side effect. I mean, I already know I'm going to make money. I'm going to make money every day, okay? But I do these free classes because I believe that you don't just need to spend money always to learn. I want to feed you a little bit, so that you can win first. And you can say, you know what? Gigi was my coach. And that's the one thing I want you guys to realize. I'm your coach whether you pay me or not. I'm your coach. Yes, I am. Oh, Gigi, I don't pay Gigi for coaching. I know, but I'm still your coach because I'm the one in your corner. While you're in this boxing ring of thing called business, I'm in your corner rooting you on to win. That's why I show up, because I want you to win and I want you to catch my fire so that, the same energy that I have will be transferred to you. I want you to have that same fire. But see, that fire was built up in some hard, tough times, but you're going to have those times and you're going to need my voice to tell you, guess what? You can't quit. I know you want to. You can't quit. I know you want to give up, but guess what? We've learned how to maximize or monetize. I know you want to quit, but you can't be mad because guess what? You've got a baby to feed. Okay, that's what I want y'all to get that. And that baby is going to get focused. And that baby is going to get what? Passion. And in the end, you're going to get wealth. You're going to have more assets. You're going to have more to pass down to your children's children. When you die and leave this earth, your children will be ready to carry on the legacy. You'll have businesses, investments to pass on at a greater level. You may already have some. I have investments. Right? But guess what? I want more. I want more. Not so that I'm a hoarder, but that I'm a giver. My biggest thing to teach you guys to do is I want y'all to be big givers. I want you guys to walk into restaurants and be able to pay for people's meals. I want you guys to go to people's homes and pay for their mortgages. I want you to be able to go into Macy's, into the toy store. And I want you to be able to give. I want you to be able to give. Everything that we are doing with my tribe is to teach you how to build platforms, how to make wealth so that you can be a giver. This world needs givers. This world needs people to see that wealth is not to hoard, but it's to give to others so that they can see that being wealthy is possible, okay? But not just possible, but that it's doable through your own gifts and talents. You have creativity locked up in this mind. You've got ideas, dreams, visions that you can use to expand your business, to make it bigger. So that's why I believe in you, okay, guys? So guys, have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. If you are in the VIP boot camp, sales boot camp, our very last day is tomorrow. I've been training y'all for 3 weeks. We're on our last 4th week. I am so sad. I'm just so sad. But I've had such a great time training you guys on how to have more sales. And so excited about this group. They've been training for 3 weeks. We're on our last week, and they're going to go out here and they're going to crush 2019 with such a vengeance. So I'm so excited. So guys, be sure, okay, to stay tuned. We got more classes and more trainings coming. So guys, I'll see you guys later, okay? I'm going to end here on Instagram. I love you. Be sure to DM me if you want to buy anything or if you have any questions, okay? See you guys later. Okay, see you guys on, let's do Facebook. See you guys later, Facebook. Good to have y'all. Okay, and then, YouTube, y'all my heart. Y'all my babies, man. Y'all, I love y'all. Y'all been rocking me since 2001. Let's see, 13, 14, 15. But anyway, love you guys, and I will see you guys for the class. I will be doing a video for YouTube. We got another one coming. I got a whole list. Y'all, I got a new ring light, okay? Oh, let me show y'all since y'all are here. Let me show you guys. Your girl on YouTube has gotten a new ring light. This baby is so, oh, there we go. I didn't hook it up, but this bad boy is so cool. And it has, I'm going to share with you guys, this thing only cost me like 20 bucks. So if y'all want to get one, if you want this, like if you want something just like this, let me know. You plug it into either, you can do, it's by USB. So you can either plug it into a wall, and it has 3 light settings. So awesome, especially if you're doing like videos, makeup videos. So it's a great investment. But let me know if you, maybe I should do a giveaway for one. I'm gonna give one away. That's what we'll do. We'll do a giveaway. I'm also gonna tell you what I got from, just in case you don't win the giveaway and want to get it. But this thing was only, I think, like 20 bucks. So really great. But guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. Enjoy the rest of your night. Okay, guys? Bye.